Ever wanted to create a WordPress website but without buying a hosting or domain yet? Well, you're in luck. Today, I'll be showing you how to set it all up on your computer using your local server. It's quick, free, and by the time we are done, you should be testing, designing, and tweaking your site like a pro, all from your desktop. This tutorial is going to be simple and step by step to get you going fast. So grab a cup of coffee and let's dive into your new WordPress playground. Hello guys, you're welcome. This is Kingsley from Bless channel. In case you just joining me for the first time, please ensure you subscribe to my channel and also don't forget to hit on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new video, or so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload content like this. So to install WordPress on our local server, the first thing we are going to be doing is to download the necessary files we are going to be using. So the first thing we are going to be downloading is our XAMPP server. So I'm going to go ahead to Google. I'm going to just go to Google and just search for XAMPP download. I'm going to bring the first link for you. So I'm going to just click on this first link. Now you can now select, you can select the particular version device you're actually using, whether it is Windows or the one you have for browser or the one for Linux. So you just choose your device. So I'm actually using Windows, so I'm going to just select Windows. But if you need more, so once you can just click on it and download it, or you can just click on download more. It's going to bring you to this particular site. So from here too, you can still search for your selected device you're using. Using Windows, then you navigate, scroll down and go to where you have we are going to download the latest version of it. That's this version. So I'm going to click on this. Now scroll down. Once you get here, you scroll down, then you are going to click on the installer. So we are going to select downloading this, or you can just click here directly. Once you click here, it's going to download, redirect you here, and you see your download will start immediately. So that is just how you go about downloading your. So I've already downloaded mine, so I don't need to download this again. So you can say I've actually downloaded mine. So what I'm going to just do is to go ahead with the installation of it. So but before then, let me also download the WordPress, show you. Just go to wordpress.org, just enter the address wordpress.org. So once you click on wordpress.org, it's going to bring you here. So you are going to come over to where we have your get WordPress. So once you click on get WordPress, you are going to come here and click on download WordPress. That's it. Once you click on it, it's going to show you the different version, to the latest version. So once you click on this particular button you'll be seeing here, it's going to download for you the latest version of it. So once I've already downloaded mine also, so I won't be downloading again. So I'm going to just go ahead into installing the XAMPP folder. So I'm going on my download folder. Here is it. You can see we have the XAMPP and also we have the WordPress. I've downloaded mine already. So what I'm going to do, for security reasons, to just so that nothing will break my installation, the first thing we are going to be doing is to first of all go and deactivate your Windows security, so that it doesn't take in as soon it is a threat. So I'm going to just go ahead to deactivate my security. So I'm just going to deactivate, turn it off. Once I turn this off, I can now come back here and click on my XAMPP installer. So now it's actually opening up. You can see it's important that you activate Windows control version. So you just do next. Then from here you're going to say next. Now you're going to select where you want your XAMPP to be installed on. So right now I'm going to I don't want it to install on the C. So I want to just select the location I want mine to be installed on. So I want mine to be installed here. So I'm going to just select there. You can now click on next, English, next, then I'll click on proceed. So by the time it will start unpacking and doing the whole installation, it might take a while. So I'm just going to wait for it to finish uploading installing, for it to finish installing. So I'm going to pause this video and we'll continue when it finishes. So you can see it's almost done with the whole installation. So you can see it's actually free. It's now prompting me to. So what you're going to just do is just to allow any audio prompt is going to just allow access. If not, it might, your website, while creating your website, you might be throwing several errors. So now you can see the installation is complete, has been completed. So I can start the cPanel. So I can just click on yes, finish. Now you can see it has started. The control panel is now on. It has opened the control panel. So in case it does yours, you perhaps mistakenly close and you can, or you want to access this back, you can just come to your Now let me just pin this somewhere. Let me pin it here. So now in case you can't find yours, just search for control panel. Sorry, let me search for XAMPP. Okay, just search for XAMPP and it's going to, you see it's going to appear. So you just click on it and it's going to open here. So now what you're going to be doing to also be able to run this website successfully, or each time you want to start your website, take note, each time you want to start any project on your local host, what you need to do, you need to ensure you turn on Apache and also turn on MySQL. So these are the two, and ensure once you turn it on, ensure it is now. MySQL is prompting that I should allow access, so I'm going to allow access. So now always ensure this tool is turned is now showing as green color. If not, your website is not going to run. So ensure this particular tool is showing green, as it's not showing as green color. So now what I'm going to now do is I'm going to now copy this. I'm going to copy it. Then I will navigate to where I have my XAMPP installed. So you just navigate to where you have yours installed. So I'm going to just navigate to where I have mine installed. I have mine installed here on XAMPP. You can see this is where I have mine installed. So I'm just going to open the XAMPP folder. So now I'm going to now come to where I have my htdocs folder. This is where all the websites you are going to be working on, this is where it's going to be. So I'm going to now click on htdocs folder. Now I'm going to paste this particular XAMPP and WordPress I copied here. So you can see this is the WordPress. So now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to extract it. So I'm going to let me just do extract all. So I'm going to extract all to this particular folder here. So just wait for it to finish extracting. So while we are waiting for this to finish extracting, so we are going to quickly go ahead to create the database we are going to be using for this particular website. So we are going to quickly create the database. So let me just walk you through that's why this is extracting. So now I'm going to go ahead to access you are going to just click on type local server. Immediately you type localhost and you click on send, is enter, it's going to bring you here. So now this is because it actually brought me here because I am connected to my XAMPP server is actually turned on. If not, it's not going to bring me here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to click on PHP my admin. So I'm going to click on PHP my admin. So let me check if okay, the website has finished extracting. You can see it has finished extracting. So I'm going to just on this particular side, you can see this is it. This is the folder. So I'm going to just copy this out. I'm going to cut this out. So I'll cut it out and paste it here directly. So there's nothing in this folder again. So I can do away with this folder. I can delete it. So I now have this. This is my WordPress file where everything is. Now I'm going to now rename this. I'm going to rename this to what I want to name the websites. So I'm going to, for perhaps, let me just name this tutorial, or let me just name it XYZ. Let me just name this XYZ. That's the name of this. website I want to use. So I'm going to name it XYZ. So now I'm going to now come here. This is where I'm creating my database now. So I'm going to click on add new. So I'm going to click on add new, and from here I'm going to add the name of the database I want to use. So in my case, I want to just use the same name with the website so that it will be easy for me. So I'll XYZ, then leave this the way it is and click on create new. So now once that is done, that is all what I need. I don't need to do any other thing. So now let me just go straight to the website now to create my, you can see, or if I should click on this database I just created, is pure blank. There's nothing in it. So I'm just going to leave this place open and come back. I'll show you something there. So now you can see I'm going to now head over to my local host. Now this time around, I'll just type localhost / then type in the name of the website. Actually, that's the name of this particular folder. Let me go there so that you see the name of which art I gave. The name I gave to this particular folder, that's the name I'm going to call here. So localhost, I'm calling this particular folder now. So I'm calling the folder localhost / the folder. So once I click on send and enter, is going to bring me to this particular part. This is brought me here because I am actually, it's showing like this because I am actually connected. My internet connection is still connected. I'm going to turn off my internet connection and reload this particular page so that you see how it's going to look like if you are not using internet. But if you are also using internet, what you are going to do, this is just the first page. What you are going to just do is just to select your language, your preferred language, and click on continue, and everything will continue from where it was. But I want to do this without the internet and show you how it looks like. So I'm going to come here now and click on next. I will just, you can see it brought me here. So this is how it's supposed to bring you here. So bring you to, if you are not connected to the internet, this is how it's going to look like. So now from here, the next thing we are going to do is to click on go. But if you're connected to the internet, after doing that, it should bring you still to somewhere like this. So don't get confused. Everything is still the same way. So now I'm going to click on let's go. Now from here, I'm going to enter the name of the database I created, then the user and the user password of the user. So what you're going to be doing, I'm going to enter the name of the database I actually created was XYZ, and the username. Remember, I didn't create any user, I didn't set any password for it. So what we are going to be making use of the default username and password for it. So the default username and password is root. That's the default. Always take note of this. I'm going to make use of roots, and the password I will leave it blank. Don't forget that. Then every other thing I'll leave it the way it is. So the database name, the username, roots, and the password is blank. Then I'm going to click on submit. So you can see installation. Now I'll run the installation. Now from here, now it will now prompt me to enter the name of the website. So name of the website is actually XYZ. Let me just say XYZ website. So now I'm going to this particular username now is the one I'll be using to log in the website. So it's different from the other one we actually made use of. The other one was like the database username and password. This one now is your website username and password. So you are going to, that's what you'll be using to log in. So I'm going to now set my username and password I want to actually make use of. Let me say the username, and I want the username to be root. To the password, I'm going to just type in my password, the password I want to use for this particular website. So this is the password I want to use. You can just, now on the email, you're just going to enter the email you want to actually make use of. So I've entered my own email. So one thing you should know, don't tick this except you don't want your site to be discovered on search engine or to appear on places like Google and other search engines. So except you don't want that. So just leave this place the way it is. Don't check it, don't tick it. So now from here I'm going to click on install WordPress. So once you do that, your installation should take place immediately. Your installation should be complete, and once that is done, your WordPress has been successfully installed on your XAMPP servers. So you can see my WordPress is actually it has installed. So I'm going to now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on login. So I'm going to click on login and enter the login details are actually set. Okay, let me just make use of this. So this is the login details. So I'm going to now click on login. See, by the time I click on login, you can see it has successfully logged into the website we actually created right now. So now you can see by the time this is the dashboard. So now let me just preview the website and see. You can see this is what we now have. This is our website. Our website is now set and for us to. So this is simply the way to install WordPress on your XAMPP server. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload content like this. So this is where I'm going to stop in this particular video. Catch you in the next one. Until next time, bye for now.